All right.
Hi. If you'll give me a little forbearance for my voice, I think I can get through this. And if my voice is a little weak, it does not mean my will is or my heart is. I want to thank everybody for being here today, especially everybody who had to take off a little time from work. And I especially want to thank my fellow Democratic members of the Common Council who were able to be here and who aren't, but are here in spirit and have said they formally support my campaign. I think it says a lot for you if the people you work most closely with on a day-to-day basis show that kind of support. So I'm very pleased in the confidence my fellow members, fellow colleagues at City Hall have shown for me in this race. I get asked every day one question. And the question is, why in the world, Hayes, do you want to be mayor of Kingston? The city's broke, the state's broke, the federal government appears to be broke, and we've got all these challenges facing us. Tough contract renegotiations, budget problems, crime in Midtown, you name it. And an uncertain sort of situation in Albany in terms of how much relief they're going to give us from mandates. But my response to that question is always pretty simple. I want to be mayor because I think through all the near-term pain we face, we have a unique opportunity right here, right now, to break from politics as usual in Kingston and chart a new course. A course that's finally going to take us a lot closer to this sort of mythic potential we always talk about when we talk about Kingston. And I sometimes hesitate to use that phrase because I think we're always a little tired of that. You know, Kingston has so much potential. Potential is something that sort of hovers above us, you know, right sort of right above maybe the steeple of the old Dutch church. Always just sort of outside our grasp. And when my tenure as mayor ends, I want that conversation to have shifted from Kingston's potential to Kingston's progress over the past 4 years or 8 years.
Yes. Very good.
I am going to be a mayor who focuses relentlessly every working hour of every day on sort of the 4 critical tasks I think are at hand for our city's survival. First, that involves cracking down hard and consistently on crime, gang activity, and visual blight in Midtown. All the things we're doing downtown to create a good impression of Kingston are terrific, and they've got to continue. But the impression that we create downtown is good, but it's not the first impression of Kingston. The first impression of Kingston is always going to be in Midtown, and we have to secure that proud neighborhood status as the heart of Midtown. Through greater policing, more creative policing, through streetscape improvements, and from a tax abatement program that's targeted at bringing small manufacturing businesses back to Midtown. Second, we've got to keep making the tough but essential spending decisions required to curb an unsustainable tax burden. And that's a tax burden that's crippling small business here and destroying jobs in our very tax base. Third, we need to invest wisely in such really huge opportunities as a citywide rail trail network and other types of things. They're going to make us immensely more popular and appealing to newcomers looking for a great place to live, looking for a great place to move and buy a house and start a family. And finally, and most importantly, I understand ultimately that we cannot cut our way to prosperity. That at the end of the day, we must focus our strongest energies and our talents on bringing new residents and new businesses and new entrepreneurs to Kingston. And we've got to do that in a more aggressive way and take a sort of more expanded approach to it. Hudson Valley Landing are home runs for economic development, and we've got to encourage that and keep those going. But we all know there are many obstacles to those things, and they take a lot of time. So while the home runs are good, I think a properly focused mayor can also put a lot of singles and doubles on the scoreboard. Every day I hear from local lawyers, local real estate brokers, local business people about small businesses looking to invest in Kingston. That's now. That's not hypothetical. That's now. Even in this economy, every day I hear of a story, 6-person manufacturing firm looking on Gage Street for space. 2-person web development operation looking for space on Wall Street uptown. Every single day, even in this economy. I am going to be the type of mayor who keeps that ear to the ground and builds a team in this building that keeps a similar ear to that ground and makes sure that no one thinking about starting a business in Kingston or relocating a business in Kingston can get back on that thruway or cross that Rhine Cliff Bridge without having every question answered and every possible objection they have to Kingston worked out to the best of City Hall's ability. There's a reason so many local small business owners are with me here today, I think. I am one of them, and I not only just speak the language of business, I understand from my own professional background how to market a city, how to sell things to companies small and large. All of the mayoral candidates this year are going to be talking about improving our private sector. A lot. I am the candidate in the race who has actual firsthand experience creating jobs and selling things to business. And I'm also the candidate who's going to be talking in tight specifics about my economic development plan during the course of this long campaign. So on this beautiful afternoon, among friends from across the city, and with an outstretched hand and an open mind, I announce my candidacy for Mayor of Kingston. And I sincerely ask you to join me, not just in a political campaign, that'll end in November, but in a bigger journey to victory, one for Kingston, a Kingston that we can finally say is living up to her full potential. Thank you for being here, and God bless the great city of Kingston. I'll take questions if you got some.
Sounds like you said it all.
Any questions? Beth?
I've just got some on the side, some basic
Okay.
stuff.
You?